The CEO of OpenAI predicts the first one-person billion-dollar company is on the horizon thanks to AI. And if one person can do $1 billion, then you sure as hell can build a business that makes you $10,000 a month. And in this video, I'll show you how. If you're new to the channel, my name is Liam Ottley, and I went from zero AI experience to generating over $7 million over the past 2.5 years by starting every kind of AI business imaginable. I've started an AI agency, I've started an AI software, I've done AI consulting, you name it, I've done it. And after seeing what works for me in my journey and for the hundreds of thousands of members in my AI business community, I've engineered the ultimate one-person AI business model for beginners to start. I had a strict criteria on this. It had to be 1, simple to start with almost no cost or experience needed. Secondly, it had to be powerful, using AI as your digital team so that one person could do the work of 100. And 3, it had to be profitable enough to actually replace your salary. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you that complete blueprint. I'm going to be showing you what to sell, who to sell it to, and the AI tools that will do the work for you. So let's get started. If you clicked on this video, chances are that you've been curious about starting a business of some form for a long time, and you're hoping that AI is the thing that finally makes it possible, that maybe it's easier now, and maybe there's less risk. And you're absolutely right. AI isn't just some fad or trend, it's a tectonic shift in the way work is done. It's the single greatest wealth creation event for individuals of our lifetime. But most people are at best using AI as some kind of Google replacement and are not utilizing it fully for what it can really do. In 30 years' time, people will look back at this exact moment as the great unlocking, the moment that the chains of the old world, the 9-to-5 corporate system, they finally began to break. And the reason it's all happening now is because of a concept that I call the solo entrepreneur's trifecta. It's essentially a revolution that's 50 years in the making, and AI is this final explosive piece to the puzzle. So let me explain. So back in the 70s, computers were seen as Big Brother, a tool for centralized control. Sounds kind of familiar, right? But then a bunch of hippies out in California flipped that script. They saw the computer not as an oppressive tool for centralized control, but rather one for individual freedom. And from this, the personal computer was born. And that was the first piece in this trifecta. Then in the 90s, we got the internet. It started connecting those personal computers, giving all these individuals access to the world's information and creating the first wave of online businesses. The individual was getting more powerful. That was the second piece. And now we have the final piece of that puzzle, artificial intelligence. To understand why this is such an empowering thing for the individual like you and I trying to build businesses and create the life of our dreams and have freedom, you need to know the real secret of the wealthy, which is leverage. It's a pretty simple idea, but it is extremely powerful. It's essentially getting more output for the same amount of input. It's the difference between pushing a boulder with your bare hands versus using a lever to move it more easily. The famous investor and philosopher Naval Ravikant says that the wealthy use 3 levers: labor, which is people; capital, which is money; and code and content, which is essentially systems at scale. For years, these were locked away from you and I, and that's why all the money has been sort of going to the same people for so long. And AI is the key that unlocks all of it. You don't need to hire a team anymore. AI is your digital labor. You don't need to be a coder. AI helps you build your own apps. And you don't need to be a professional writer. AI is your partner in creating incredible content that connects with millions. You are no longer one person. With the right AI tools, you can be a team of 100. And so the solo entrepreneur's trifecta is complete. This is the single greatest empowerment of the individual in history. And like I said, the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, predicts that the first one-person billion-dollar company is coming soon thanks to AI. And that's because he understands this trifecta and how powerful it is when used right. People look back at this time and realize that was the moment that the power shifted into our hands. And this video is your guide to taking that power and running with it. So how do we take this incredible power, this solo entrepreneur's trifecta, and actually use it to build your one-person AI business? How do we build your escape plan from the life that you don't want into the one that you do? Well, every great escape needs a map, and a map has 3 parts. First, we need a destination, a clear financial goal that means that you can quit your job. Secondly, we need a vehicle, a proven service that you can sell to get there. And thirdly, we need a route, a secret map to find your first clients. So let's break down the first part of our plan. First up is the destination. This isn't just a number, it's your freedom. And our target is going to be $10,000 a month. That's a number for most people, means you can quit your job, you can pay all your bills, and you can finally have control over your time. And it's a number that gets you out of the trap, basically. Now, I know that might sound like a scary or a huge number when you're starting from zero, but let's break it down. This is the most important part. To make $10,000 a month, you don't need hundreds of customers. You just need 4 clients paying you $2,500 a month. That's it. Your entire goal over the next few months isn't to build a massive business. It's just to find 4 people that you can help. And so I've reframed it like this because that feels a lot more achievable, right? And the next logical questions are, what on earth can I sell to people for $2,500? Where do I find these 4 people? And that's what the next 2 parts of this map are for. So let's talk about the next step, which is your vehicle. Okay, so now we have our destination, $10,000 a month. Now we need a vehicle to get us there. And look, I've run all the different AI business models over the past 2.5 years. I started off doing freelance AI consulting, and then I started an AI automation agency, then I started an AI education business, then I started an AI SaaS, and recently I built an AI consulting company as well. So I can tell you firsthand what is beginner friendly and what isn't. There's a lot of people online that would tell you to start some like micro SaaS or something, but that's honestly one of the hardest ways to make money, especially if you're a beginner. You're going to need hundreds and hundreds of users just to get by and get to that 10K. Other people will tell you that you should just go and start selling some kind of online course, but that requires a ton of trust and usually an audience that can take months or years to build. So the fastest and most direct path to that $10,000 a month is selling a simple and proven AI automation system to a business that you can build using no-code tools. This is what's called an AI automation agency. But even with an agency, there are 2 main ways of doing it. There's the general agency, like my own Morningside AI, where we can build almost anything our clients want. But if I'm honest, that's quite a tough game to play alone. It requires a team of expert developers who are so skilled that they can do whatever is put on their plate, basically. But for a one-person business, you want to play a different game, a smarter game. You want to become a niched AI automation agency. You sell one system to one type of business. This is the key. You take the entire universe of AI and you shrink it down to this one tiny manageable area that you can become an expert in fast. Now I know what you're thinking. Liam, that sounds great, but I can't build AI systems. I'm not a coder and I'm not technical. I hear you, but listen to me. That is seriously the old way of thinking now. I have taught hundreds of thousands of people in my community and on this channel how to build and sell AI automations using simple no-code tools. I've seen people from every background, every age, every race, and every country learn these skills and sell them successfully to businesses. I know without a doubt that anyone can do this. And to make it even easier for you, I have done all the hard work for you here. I've analyzed all the data from my community and from my own agency, and I've narrowed it down to the 4 most in-demand AI systems that beginners can build and sell right now. Almost every local business on the planet needs one or more of these. What's called a speed to lead system, which makes sure that they never miss any new customers when they get in touch with them. A WhatsApp or SMS AI booking system that allows customers to get in touch with businesses and book appointments around the clock. Thirdly, there is huge demand for social media AI DM bots that can handle questions incoming on things like Instagram and Facebook. And finally, what's called an AI receptionist that can answer the phone on behalf of a business, handling support questions and real-time booking. Explaining exactly how each of these systems works right now is just going to drag this video out way too long. So I'm going to be giving you my AI Solopreneurs Blueprint, which you can get in the first link in the description. And inside that guide, there's going to be a full step-by-step tutorial on how to build each one of these systems using simple no-code software. Your only job is to go through each of those tutorials, follow along, build them out, and then see which one clicks with you, which one you're most interested in or see the most potential in. That's it. That is the vehicle that you're going to sell. And in that free guide, I also include a full list of the AI tools that you'll need at every step of your journey as an AI solopreneur to handle everything from creating beautiful proposals to give to your clients to writing engaging content and more. Okay, so you have your destination and you have built your vehicle. Now, how do you find those first 4 clients you need to get to $10,000? There are a few different ways that you could do this. You could run paid ads, but they're going to burn cash. And our first rule of this business was low cost. You could start to create content, and that's how I've built my brand and got all the leads for my businesses, but that's a long game. And we need a system that gets you results now. So we're going to use the most highly leveraged tool that a beginner has. Remember, getting more output for the same input. And that's cold outreach, specifically cold email. So cold email is leverage at its finest. You're going to write one email campaign and it's going to talk to hundreds of businesses a day for you on autopilot. It's like having a sales team of 20 people working around the clock for you at a fraction of the cost. And now AI makes it even easier. The email tools that we're going to use have AI features that help you write your campaigns and even respond to emails for you to make sure that you don't leave them sitting unresponded for too long. It's essentially like creating your own automated sales force. So next question is, who are we going to be emailing? And this is the most important part of the strategy. The easiest way to make money is to sell to people who know less than you. We're not going to be going after the tech-savvy e-commerce brands or digital agencies. They're much more advanced with their AI adoption and they're much more familiar with it, and therefore they're much harder to help as a beginner. We're going to be going after the most AI clueless businesses you can find. So think of local businesses like HVAC companies, roofers, plumbers, home cleaners, contractors. They are years behind when it comes to AI adoption and understanding, which means the simple systems that you just learned how to build in the previous section are going to seem like magic to them. And most of these businesses need all 4 of the systems that I've picked out to you. This creates a massive knowledge gap between where they are and where your knowledge with AI is, and they'll be happy to pay you to fill that. So here's how it works. You'll get a list of leads for each type of business using a tool like Apollo.io. Then you'll send a simple email campaign for each of your 4 offers to each of those business types you've selected. After running the campaigns for a while, you'll see which niche is responding best to which offer. Maybe the plumbers love the AI receptionist and roofers love the speed to lead system. Whichever one gets the most positive replies, that's your winner, and you go all in on that combination. And I know this might seem scary and confusing, like running cold email campaigns, so I've got my expert cold outreach coaches from my AAA Accelerator program to put together a straightforward guide for you based on what is actually working for my students right now with cold email, with email examples and everything that you need to get started. It's all going to be in that AI Solopreneurs blueprint that's included with this video and the first link in the description. So just take a second now, look at what we've done. We've taken the chaos of starting a business and narrowed it down to 2 simple jobs. Your only mission is to learn, firstly, how to build one of these AI systems from the step-by-step tutorials I've included in the free guide. And secondly, how to run this one type of cold outreach in order to find your clients. That's it. You don't need to learn everything at once. You just need to master the simple and repeatable process. Now, the blueprint that I've given you is your path to getting on your feet. But I want to be honest here. At the start, it's a real grind. Of course it's going to be. Starting a business isn't easy. This is just easier than basically any other way of starting a business right now. The real opportunity with a one-person AI business like this isn't just in getting clients. It's in what you do after you have them. Once your cold email client system is running, you'll be delivering the same thing over and over to the same type of client. And this is where your job starts to change. You need to stop being the worker and you need to start being the architect of your business. And your new mission is to identify your own bottlenecks and to use AI to destroy them. If you're spending way too much time preparing proposals for clients, you need to build an AI automation for that. If you're spending hours setting up the templates for each new client, then create a system for that. If you're wasting your mornings on reporting and keeping clients up to date and doing audits for them, then build an AI agent to do that for you. Your job at this point is to gradually automate yourself out of the business. And this is truly how you create leverage. You're going to be using those no-code tools, your form of code, to build your own digital labor, like Naval talked about. This is why learning AI automation is the most powerful skill that you can have in the AI era. Over the past 2.5 years, I've taught millions of people how to do that here on this channel, so I'll include all of my best free guides on how to learn AI automation in the AI Solopreneurs blueprint that you'll get in the description below. So what I'm trying to say here is that this video and the guide that comes with it is just getting you to the starting line. But this process of analyzing what you're doing and using AI and automation to do that for you, this is what gets you to the dream. A business making $10,000 to $20,000 per month on autopilot where you're only working for a few hours per day from anywhere in the world. And I can promise you that it is not going to be easy, but it will undoubtedly be worth it. So that's the plan. You have the map, the vehicle, and the route to your $10,000 a month AI automation agency. The best time to start this was yesterday, and the next best time to start is right now. This isn't a fantasy. There's hundreds of thousands of people with no technical experience or background and no business experience either that are learning AI automation and building their own AI businesses as we speak. Getting into AI business right now is the opportunity of a lifetime to ride this wave, but it's not going to wait for you. You have to take the jump right now. You don't have any more excuses now. I've put everything you need in that AI Solopreneurs blueprint down below. It's going to be in the first link in the description, and of course it is completely free. It has the tutorials, the templates, and the entire plan that we just walked through, including access to all of my free courses on learning AI automation. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to be in the loop on how to use AI to build your dream life, and leave a like on the video while you're down there. And if you want to learn more about me, my businesses, and what I do, you can find a link to my second channel in the description where we have behind the scenes content documenting what we're building. And if you want to go even deeper on the technical side and learning AI automation right now, I have my full 4-hour free course on how to build AI agents. That's going to be right here. But aside from that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.